And we welcome you back to the second round of business right here on News Today. Good afternoon and welcome. Hundreds of delegates from government, business and labor are gathered in Johannesburg to map out the future of human resources development in the country. But the lack of funding for universities is casting a long shadow over the gathering.
The second summit of the Human Resource Development Council, a statutory body consisting of government, business and labor. But there is a big elephant in the room, funding for tertiary education. Since last year, the country's universities have seen violent protests over exorbitant university fees. State funding for universities has been declining, forcing universities to hike student fees to unaffordable levels.
The issue really is not so much the model, because we are absolutely clear about what needs to be done. We need to cover every poor student, and also we need to increase to cover what we call the missing middle. Those who are not poor enough to qualify for NSFAS, but yet they are not rich to be able to send their children to university or college. So we are clear about the model. The issue is money. That's where we actually need to be focusing as to how do we raise enough money to be able to cover all these categories of deserving students.
Around 750,000 students enroll at the country's 23 public universities every year. The majority are from poor households who simply can't afford the current fees. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme, NSFAS, has been in the forefront of subsidizing tertiary education for poor students over the past 2 decades. But faced with dwindling resources and growing demand, it's battling to cope. NSFAS chairperson Sizwe Nxasana, who is a former CEO of First National Bank, has been tasked by government to come up with a solution.
We're engaging with the banking sector, with the insurance industry, as well as others, to come up with solutions. So there are a number of solutions that are being worked on at the moment.
Some businesses are not yet on the board with this, and we encourage all of them to come on board and partner with government and assist. So there is something happening. We think more can happen.
Sizwe Nxasana has until the end of the year to come up with a report on the correct and viable funding model for universities. Bongini Muchwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.